everyone! Welcome back to another episode of English Every Day.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. We're so glad to have you here again.
You know, this is the place where you can totally improve your English listening skills and not just with boring textbook stuff.
Right. We love to bring you real-life topics, fun conversations, and useful vocabulary. It's like you're hanging out with friends and learning at the same time.
Exactly. So whether you're driving, working out, cooking, or just chilling at home, thanks for tuning in. We hope this podcast makes your English learning journey more fun and practical.
Totally. And oh wow, today's topic is really exciting. We're diving into something that affects everyone at some point: career development and success stories.
Oh yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to grow in their career, right? Whether you're just starting out, thinking about switching jobs, or trying to move up, this episode is for you.
Couldn't agree more. And honestly, there's no one-size-fits-all path to success. It's different for everyone. So today, we're going to share some real-life stories, lessons we've learned ourselves, and tips that you can actually use.
And here's the thing, sometimes we get so caught up in comparing ourselves to others, but hearing different success stories reminds us that there are many ways to grow.
Right. So stick to the end. We've got some inspiring stories, practical advice, and, maybe a few surprises along the way.
Haha, yeah. So grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's get started.
Let's go. So, Anna, I've been thinking, a lot of people, especially when they're just starting out, believe there's this one perfect path to success, like step 1, step 2, step 3, and boom, you're there.
Oh yeah, I used to think that too. I mean, when I graduated, I actually had this whole plan. I was going to work in marketing, climb the corporate ladder, become a manager by 30, the usual stuff.
Haha, right. I had a similar thing in mind. It was like, okay, I'll do this internship, get this job, then this promotion, but honestly, life had other ideas.
Couldn't agree more. My first marketing job turned out to be, well, not what I expected. The company culture wasn't a good fit, and I started questioning if that was even the right path for me.
Yeah, sometimes reality hits hard. I mean, my first job after college, wow, it was totally different from what I had imagined. I was doing admin work, not the exciting creative stuff I wanted. But, looking back, it taught me so much.
Same here. And actually, one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that your career doesn't have to follow a straight line.
Totally. Like my friend Alex, he studied engineering, but after a couple of years, he realized he was more passionate about teaching. Now he's a really successful online educator.
Wow, that's awesome. I had a similar experience. After that first marketing job, I took a temporary role in project coordination. It wasn't part of the plan, but I learned a ton, and that led me to my current role, which I absolutely love.
Right. Sometimes those unexpected detours turn out to be the best opportunities.
Exactly. And I think it's super important for everyone listening to know that it's okay if your career path doesn't look perfect. Life is full of surprises, and being open to change can lead you to amazing places.
Yeah, and one piece of advice I always give is this: focus on building skills, not just titles. Because when you develop valuable skills, doors will open, sometimes in ways you never expected.
Couldn't agree more. And be willing to take chances, too. Sometimes those so-called small jobs or side projects can turn into big career moves.
Oh yeah, honestly, one of my side projects, just a little blog I started for fun, ended up connecting me with people in the industry and led to freelance opportunities.
Wow, that's so cool. So yeah, everyone, don't stress if your career doesn't follow some perfect guidebook. Stay curious, stay flexible, and keep learning.
Exactly, because in the end, it's your path, and it doesn't have to look like anyone else's.
Right. All right, up next, we're going to dive into some key lessons and tips for building your career. You don't want to miss this.
Stick around, we'll be right back after this short break.
All right, we're back. So, Mark, we just talked about how career paths aren't always perfect, and that's totally fine. Now, let's get into some key lessons we've picked up along the way.
Yeah, when I think about it, one of the biggest lessons is having a growth mindset. Always being open to learning and improving.
Couldn't agree more. Honestly, when I first started working, I thought I had to be good at everything right away. But actually, it's all about progress, not perfection.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, sometimes people wait for the perfect moment to try something new. But if you just start and keep learning as you go, that's when real growth happens.
Totally. Another thing that's super important is building relationships. Like, I used to think, oh, I just need to focus on my work. But actually, connecting with mentors and colleagues has helped me so much.
Yeah, no one succeeds alone, right? One of my mentors once told me, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. That really stuck with me.
Love that. And, it's not just about networking in a fake way. It's about being genuine, helping others, and building trust.
Right, and here's another big one. Don't be afraid to fail. I know it sounds cliche, but honestly, some of my best lessons came from moments where things didn't go as planned.
Oh, yeah, same here. I remember this one presentation I did early in my career. It was like a complete disaster. I was so nervous, I forgot half my points.
Haha, been there. I once sent an email to the entire company with a huge typo. I was so embarrassed. But, after that, I learned to double-check everything.
Exactly. Failure teaches you resilience, and if you can bounce back and learn from it, you'll grow so much stronger.
Totally. And speaking of growth, another tip is to keep adding new skills. Like, even if you're not changing jobs, learning new stuff keeps you relevant and opens new doors.
Right. I started learning basic coding just for fun, and now it actually helps me in my current role. You never know when a new skill will come in handy.
Yeah, and here's one more thing. Be kind to yourself. Career development is a journey, not a race. It's okay to have ups and downs.
Couldn't agree more. Honestly, sometimes we're our own worst critics, but if you keep moving forward, step by step, you'll get there.
Right. So to everyone listening, embrace learning, build good relationships, don't fear failure, keep growing your skills, and be kind to yourself.
Such great advice, Mark. Okay, up next, we're going to share some really inspiring success stories. You definitely don't want to miss this part.
Yeah, stick with us. We'll be right back after this short break.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Now comes my favorite part, sharing some inspiring success stories.
Oh, yeah. Real life stories just hit different. They show you that success comes in all shapes and sizes.
Totally. And they remind us that it's okay to take your own path, even if it's not what you originally planned.
Right. So, Anna, do you have a story you'd like to share?
Actually, yeah. I used to work with this colleague. Let's call him Jason. Now, Jason had a background in art, painting and design. He never imagined himself working in tech.
Oh, wow. That's a big shift.
Exactly. So at first, he felt super out of place. But he was really curious, and instead of giving up, he started learning UX design on the side. Nights, weekends, he just stuck to it.
That's awesome. It takes so much dedication to learn a whole new field.
Totally. And here's the cool part. After about 2 years of learning and taking small freelance projects, Jason landed a full-time UX designer role. Now he's one of the top designers at the company.
Wow, that's so inspiring. And it really shows that, it's never too late to change directions or try something new.
Right. The key is to stay curious and keep learning. And of course, be patient with yourself during the process.
Couldn't agree more. And hey, I've got a story too.
Oh, let's hear it.
So one of my old friends, Sarah, she started working in customer service at a small company. Just answering phones, helping customers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sounds like an entry-level role.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Sarah was always looking for ways to improve. She asked for feedback, learned about the products, and even started suggesting ways to improve the customer experience.
Love that proactive attitude.
Right? After a while, her manager noticed. Sarah was promoted to team leader, then to customer experience manager. Now, years later, she's head of customer success for the entire company.
Wow, from answering phones to head of customer success, that's amazing.
Yeah, and honestly, her story shows that you don't need to start at the top. If you focus on learning, building relationships, and adding value, opportunities will come.
Couldn't agree more. And I think it's so important to celebrate these kinds of stories. They remind us that success is possible for anyone if you're willing to put in the effort.
Totally. So to everyone listening, wherever you are in your career, remember this. Stay curious, stay proactive, and believe in yourself.
Right. And your story doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Just focus on growing and moving forward one step at a time.
Exactly. And speaking of moving forward, coming up next, we'll wrap things up with some final thoughts and advice to help you on your career journey.
Yeah, stick with us. We'll be right back after this short break.
All right, welcome back everyone. So we've shared some lessons, some awesome success stories, and now it's time to wrap things up with a few final thoughts.
Yeah, if there's one thing we hope you take away from today's episode, it's this. Your career is a journey, and it's okay if that journey looks different from what you expected.
Couldn't agree more. Honestly, I think too many people get stuck thinking they have to follow a perfect path, when actually, life's twists and turns often lead to the best opportunities.
Right. And remember, stay open to learning, stay curious, and don't be afraid to take chances. Even small steps forward can lead to big changes over time.
Oh yeah, and one more thing, surround yourself with good people. Build genuine relationships, find mentors, and be someone others want to work with.
Totally. And hey, be kind to yourself too. I mean, it's so easy to compare yourself to others and feel like you're not doing enough. But everyone's path is unique. Just focus on growing at your own pace.
Couldn't agree more. And honestly, sometimes it's the setbacks and failures that teach us the most. So don't fear them. Embrace them as part of your growth.
Right. Every experience adds to your story. And who knows, one day your story might inspire someone else, just like the ones we shared today.
Wow, I love that. And hey, if you enjoyed this episode, we'd love for you to subscribe to English Everyday.
Yeah, we've got lots more great topics coming up to help you practice your English and learn new things along the way.
And if you have a success story or a career tip you'd like to share, reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you.
Totally. All right, that's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Yeah, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, your career journey is your own. Make it awesome.
Couldn't have said it better. See you next time, everyone.
Bye.